You are probably going to need help with assignment number 27, problem number 6, because we didn't do one like this in class. And so we're solving this by elimination, so we need our x's lined up, we need our y's lined up, we have our whole numbers lined up. And here I have a positive and a negative, so y might be the best one to eliminate. Because in order to eliminate, you need to have one positive, one negative, but you have to have the same number. And 3 doesn't go into 4. So there's not any whole number I can multiply this by so that it would equal to 4, and I certainly don't want to multiply it by fractions. This one is going to take a double multiplication. I'm going to multiply everything in this equation by a 4. I got the 4 from right there. Everything. The parentheses means this is going to be distributed to all 3 of those numbers. And I'm going to multiply everything in this equation by a 3. I got the 3 from there. So the 3 was in the top equation, it multiplies by the bottom equation. The 4 was in the bottom, it multiplies by the top. Let's see what happens. When I distribute the 4 times 2 is 8x. 4 times 3 makes this a negative 12. 4 times 5 makes this a 20. When I distribute the 3 times 3 makes this a 9. 3 times 4 makes this a 12. 3 times 16 makes this a 48. And then you add up the columns. What happens to this part right here when you add up the column? It zeroes out. And then 8 plus 9 would make 17x. And when I add that together, that's going to be equal to 68. I'm solving for the x. I need x by itself. So I divide by 17 and cancel out. And so now I need to divide 17 into 68. And so you can pop open a calculator to do that because the numbers are starting to get pretty big here. And so that would be a 4 when you divide 17 into 68. And now I need to find the y. I go back to one of my equations that I start with. This one has smaller numbers. This one doesn't have a negative sign. So it's whichever one you think would be easier. I'm going to choose this one. And I found x. So in place of x, I'm going to put a 4. And 2 times 4 would be 8. I'm solving for the y. I need the y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide both sides by -3. The negatives are going to cancel out. And so this is going to be, y is going to be equal to 1. So my final answer is going to be 4, 1. But back over here to where we started. When nothing cancels out, you're going to have to multiply. There's no number that you multiply 3 by so that it equals 4, so this takes a double multiplication. The 4 multiplies by the top, the 3 multiplies by the bottom. Then once you get it to this step, it's just like the steps we have done previously.